Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, in today's video we will be discussing important current affairs of the 12th March. The session will be very important and helpful to you, so do pay attention and watch the video till the end. So friends, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses, if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs then in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also, and apart from that we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days and what not. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams coming. All right, so friends, this is the app that you should definitely go and download if you want to step up your preparation. Apart from that, if you want to purchase any course from our application, then to help you out, we'll be providing you an additional 10% discount if you use Vikas 10 code. I repeat, if you want to avail an extra 10% discount on all the purchase you made through the application, you will be provided with 10% discount on the purchase by using this code, that is your Vikas 10. So friends, let's start with the first topic. The first topic that we'll be talking about is a society that has been recently set up by the government of India. This society is the Power Foundation, and this basically society is registered under the Societies Act under the Power Ministry. The rule or the reason basically why this society was created is to come up with the cutting edge technologies, researches, developing various ideas, solutions for the India's energy transition problem. As we know, India is now transiting to the renewable energy sources, and for that we know we need energy solutions, we need cutting edge solutions. For the sole purpose of that, this Power Foundation was created by the government of India. All right, basically it will help the power and the allied sectors such as businessmen, also the state run sectors, electricity sectors, power sectors, they will be held by these particular society. Now if we are talking about this power society or power foundation, who will be the chairperson of this particular society? This society will be chaired by R.K. Singh. Who is R.K. Singh? He is Power and New and Renewable Energy Minister, R.K. Singh. And if we are talking about Director General, then the Director General will be Sanjeev Nandan Sahai. Alright, so this society, that is the Power Foundation, this will be the chairman of this foundation will be R.K. Singh, or you can say Foundation Society. These are the same thing, and the basic reason is to develop ideas and solutions for the India's energy transition journey. Alright, who will be the Director General? Sanjeev Nandan Sahai will be the Director General. Then if we are talking about this society, who set up this society? We know the government of India set up, but which department of it set up this society? This society was set up by CPSE. What is CPSE? CPSE stands for Central Public Sector Enterprise. Central Public Sector Enterprise set up this particular society. Alright, then if we are talking about India's energy transition, remember India is estimated to have an aggregated potential of more than 1636 gigawatts of renewable energy. 1 gigawatt is equal to 1000 megawatts of energy, and this amount of energy, that is 1636, this includes the large hydropower also. The power generation through various renewable resources has increased from 2,03,000 million units to in fiscal year 2017 to around 3 lakh million units in the fiscal year of 2021. Then India has recorded a low RE traffic. What is RE? Renewable energy traffic. As we know, on electricity nowadays you pay around 4 to 5 rupees. In some location, in post location, there is between 5 to 10 rupees per unit. Alright, so this is the tariff for rupees 1.99. If we are talking about renewable energy, the tariff is around 1.99 rupees per kilowatt hour for solar power and 2.43 kilowatt hour for wind power specifically. Alright, apart from this, if we are talking about the energy transition, India acquires one of the world's largest renewable energy program. Alright, I repeat, India acquires one of the world's largest renewable energy program with a target of 175 gigawatt of installed renewable energy capacity by the year 2022. India's target is to increase the renewable energy capacity by 500 gigawatt, or you can say the targeted year to increase the India's renewable energy capacity to 500 gigawatt is by year 2030. This target year is important, that by the year 2030 India is targeting to achieve a total of 500 gigawatt in renewable energy capacity. Apart from this, there was also a declaration by India that India is targeting to become carbon neutral by the year 2070. Alright, and remember, is India to become the world's second largest power consumer is also the target to achieve, that India is targeting by 2030. Alright, so this was everything you need to know about this society, or a power foundation, or a power society that was created by CPSE, and CPSE stands for your Central Public Sector Enterprise. Who is the chairman of this society? RK Singh. Who is the Director General? Sanjeev Nandan Sahai. And this society, the main aim asked of this society is to come up with cutting edge solution research that will help in developing various ideas and solutions for the India's energy transition journey. The Scotch Group. Alright, first of all, remember the Scotch Group. This is a Delhi based think tank, has released a Scotch governance report card for the year 2021. So question can be asked, this Scotch governance report card was released by whom? This was released by Scotch Group. First thing you should know this. Alright, it is a Delhi based think tank. Then it stated that recently Andhra Pradesh has retained the top position for the second consecutive year and secured the first in the star states categories, whereas Telangana has showed a good improvement by securing sixth position and has entered into the performance state category. But the important thing that we will be remembering is about Andhra Pradesh. Alright, Andhra Pradesh has retained the top position, secured the first position, and that too for the second consecutive time. Alright, that too for the second consecutive time. Here you can see the list of the 5 states of the star states category. Alright, Andhra Pradesh in 2020 and 2021 both year it secured the first position. West Bengal second, third, Odisha fourth, Gujarat and Maharashtra is at fourth position. Alright, then the Scotch State of Governance report also maps the shifting interest of different state governments and provides valuable insights into the government trends and opportunities. In 2021, the focus has been shifted towards agriculture, ease of doing business, then finance and revenue, power and energy, social justice and security, urban development and water resources. So these are some of the focuses or areas of focus that has been shifted towards in the year 2021. Here you can see Andhra Pradesh. This has been added twice. But alright, these are important things. Your question will be direct and simple to you, that which state has topped in the Scotch governance of the year 2021. So it's the state that has topped in this is Andhra Pradesh, and this is the second time, or you can say for the second consecutive time, Andhra Pradesh has topped in the Scotch governance report that was released by Scotch Group. Alright, then if we are talking about the Scotch Group, remember this report, that the Scotch State of Governance report is released annually. This is released annually. All right, and it studies the project level outcomes across the various states of India. Are these projects on time? Are these projects working properly? Is there any money laundering going on in the project? So all these things are taken care in this particular report. After this, in 2022, all right, this was for the year 2021, we saw that main focus of the report was on agriculture, ease of doing business, power and energy sector. Then the focus for the year 2022 is might be shifted towards education. This was in the report, all right, because of the increasing institutions after a sustainable period. Apart from this, if we are talking about education in the year 2022, you should know where is the first IIT outside India that will be developed. This will be in United Arab Emirates. All right, then remember there were three categories basically in which this was ranked, these states were ranked. They are star category, or you can say basically four. Three are important: star category, second is your performer states, third is your catching up states, and fourth will be your other state. So basically these are three the important ones you need to pay attention. All right, then apart from this, remember about the good governance index for the year 2021. All right, on the occasion of the good governance day that is observed on 25th of December, in the memory of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was the former Prime Minister of India. So on his birthday, that is on 25th December, we observe Good Governance Day. And this year, Amit Shah has released a Good Governance Index 2021, in which which state has topped? The state that has topped is Gujarat. You need to know this. The state that topped in the Good Governance Index that was released by Amit Shah on 25th of December, that is the Good Governance Day, the state that topped is your Gujarat. Alright friends, so this is everything you need to know about the Scotch governance report. In this, the state that has topped is Gujarat. This was released by Scotch Group. And what is the reason for releasing this? This basically targets the various projects or the development projects or the government trends and opportunities that are taking place into a particular area. Alright, so here you can see, and there are four categories in which these states are ranked. First is your star category, second will be your performer state, third will be your catching up, and the fourth one is your other states. Moving on now. Now we'll be talking about Smart Grid Knowledge Center that is going to be set up in Manesar. But what is this Smart Grid Knowledge Center? You can say a smart grid is an electrical grid with automation, communication, IT systems that can monitor power flows from point of generation to the point of consumption. It can control the power flow or curtail the loads to match the generation in real time. We studied what is written, but what is smart grid? For say example, we are generating electricity here say at P, and our city, or this is the road, here is all the factories, here is all the commercial area, here is all the industries that are located, big companies are set up here. So in order for this power to go here, a smart grid is set up, underground power lines are set up so that the energy that is being generated from here is transferred to these locations, say A, B, C, D, to all this area to supply energy in a continuous flow without breaking, without getting a load on these wires, and the consumption becomes easier for these projects for ABCD. This smart grid was set up. As we know, power plays a very important role in the advancement of any colony or any society, because if you remember, if there is no power, all right, say for example there is no power, no machine will work, there will be no machine working, no computer will be working. That means all the digitization process is at halt. So without energy consumption, there will be no advancement of the society. So that is the reason these smart grid projects has set up, and this smart grid is an electrical grid with automation, communication, IT technology system that can monitor the power flow. So for example, if there is a high power flow, so it will make sure that these equipments are not destroyed, so the power flow will be reduced in that particular segment. So it is all automated, and the desired amount of power is also sent through these smart grids. So remember, this virtual smart grid knowledge center is located within the Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, and the center is in Manesar. Where is this? Manesar. Where is Manesar? Manesar is in Haryana. Now, how the question can be framed? They will be asking you that where is India's virtual smart grid knowledge center located? It is located in Manesar. Where is Manesar? It is in Haryana. Alright, if it is asked, where is Innovation Park also? Smart Grid Knowledge Center and Innovation Park. Where is this Innovation Park? This Innovation Park is also located in Haryana. That is in Manesar. Alright. This has been conceptualized and developed by the Power Grid with support from the MOP. It has been conceptualized and developed by the Power Grid with the help of MOP and National Smart Grid Mission for demonstration and advancement of frontier smart grid technologies. Also remember, the technical assistance is also provided by the USAID. What is USAID? United States Agency for International Development. Alright, so technical help was also provided by the USAID. Then this platform presently hosts more than 50 solutions from over 30 technological partners across 8 thematic areas such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and various other reasons. Now, what will these smart grid knowledge centers will be doing? They will be coming up various solutions to the problems of power generation, of power transfer from one place to another. So these are the, or you can say it is a department that will be working towards finding out the right solution that will benefit everyone by providing the right amount of energy in an efficient way. So friends, now we'll be talking about MVA, that is Motor Vehicle Agreement. The nations of India, Bangladesh and Nepal has finalized a memorandum of understanding for implementing BBIN Motor Vehicle Agreement. What are BBIN? First of all, you should know the countries that are in BBIN. That is Bangladesh, that is Bhutan, India and Nepal. Alright, this is BBIN. What is MVA? Motor Vehicle Agreement. Alright, this is MVA. Remember here, if we are talking about BBIN, Bhutan was an observer here. Bhutan was an observer here. That is the reason I said India, Bangladesh and Nepal, they together have finalized an MOU for a motor vehicle agreement. This motor vehicle agreement aims, what is the aim? It aims to boost the regional trade and people-to-people connectivity by fostering great sub-regional cooperation. For example, if a country wants to sell some products, export some products to, say, our country, India wants to export products to Bangladesh. Alright, so if the connectivity is good, if the road connectivity is good, if there is no checkpoints, if the taxes are not levied on the products going from one location to another, from one country to another country, or the taxes are low, if there is a cooperation between the two countries, then the ease of transferring good, ease of exporting good from one country to other country becomes easy. Alright, if there is a cooperation between the two countries. Similarly, what here India, Bangladesh, Nepal and even Bhutan was trying to do is they were trying to develop a corporation among each other so that they can export goods from one country to other country without any hesitation or without any problems occurring. But now recently you need to remember, Bhutan is just an observer status. Alright, is an observer right now. The MVA, that is the Motor Vehicle Agreement, aims to boost the regional trade and people-to-people connectivity by fostering greater sub-regional cooperation. Alright, the pending ratification of the MVA by Bhutan was finalized. If we are talking about the representatives of this meeting, they are important. You just need to remember who are the representatives from this meeting. Remember, from Indian side, she was Smita Pant. Smita Pant from Indian side, who is the Joint Secretary of the Ministry of External Affairs. From Bangladesh, ATM Rockbal Haq, who is the Director General of in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Bangladesh. From Nepal, Kesab Kumar Sharma, a Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Physical Infrastructure and Development. And if we are talking about Bhutan's observer team, Thinle Norbu, the first secretary in the Bhutanese embassy in New Delhi, took part in this meeting. If we are looking at the key highlights, remember, this was the first meeting. This was the first meeting of the group since the outbreak of COVID-19. Before this, the meeting was held in New Delhi in February 2020. 2020. Alright, remember, if asked which is the financial organization or the bank that has provided technical and knowledge support to the meeting, is your Asian Development Bank. Alright, Asian Development Bank has provided technical and knowledge support for this meeting. This meeting was held to discuss passenger and cargo protocols that are essential to operationalize in the BBIN Motor Vehicle Agreement for the regulation of passengers, personal and cargo vehicle traffic between the participating nations. So that how trade will take place? Trade will take place either a motor vehicle will go from one country to other country, or either through ships area, or through air, through via the aeroplane it will be coming. If we are talking about the motor vehicle agreement, all right, it is basically to developing a road, and the cars will be, or the trucks or the tempos will be going from one country to other country and delivering products or exporting products. And in order to ease that process, this particular motor vehicle agreement was started. All right, India, Bangladesh and Nepal, because we know Bhutan is an observer status, agreed on the speedy signing and operationalization of the BBIN MVA by finalizing passenger and cargo protocols, because they want to start this and they want to start the export. As if export is started from one country to other and import is started, then the development of that particular area will also increase. All right, then apart from this, remember, in 2017, Bhutan temporarily opted out of after being unable to get parliamentary approval for this MVA project. Alright, then we saw about the bank, that is ADB, Asian Development Bank. This has supported the project as a part of its SASEC. As a part of SASEC. What is SASEC? It is a part of South Asian Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation Program and has been requested to prioritize about 30 road projects worth billions of dollars. Apart from this, apart from Asian Development Bank, World Bank, that is World Bank headquarters of which is in Washington DC, has also announced its interest in supporting this infrastructure. Alright, this is everything you need to know about motor vehicle agreement, that is MVA. The four countries, the project of which was Bhutan, Bangladesh, India and Nepal, but Bhutan is now as a observer status, and these three countries, India, Bangladesh and Nepal, are enabling this MOU for the implementation of this BBIN motor vehicle agreement, so that the transfer of goods, or you can say connectivity between these countries, increases and the trade starts to flourish. Next, we'll be talking about BIS Standardization Chair Professor. Recently, IIT Roorkee has signed a memorandum of understanding with BIS, that is your Bureau of Indian Standards. In this agreement, a BIS Chair Professor in the field of standardization and conformity assessment has been established. This is the first standardization chair of BIS in an educational institute, and this will also provide financial support to Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. Alright. Question can be asked in two ways, that IIT Roorkee has signed an MOU with whom? IIT Roorkee has signed a MOU with whom? It has signed this MOU with BIS. What is this BIS? Bureau of Indian Standard. For what reason this MOU was signed? To establish a standardization chair professor. I repeat, to establish BIS standardization chair professor, and this is the first standardization chair professor, or you can say standardization chair of BIS in an educational institute, and which is the educational institute? IIT Roorkee. Alright, and this will also provide financial support to IIT Roorkee. The BIS standardization chair will work in the research and development, that is, it will work in the R&D, teaching and training with regards to the standardization and conformity assessment. This will also provide leadership in the areas of civil, electrical, mechanical, chemical, earthquake engineering, water resource management, sustainable energy projects, biotechnology in medical research science, and many more. Alright. It will also promote the development and innovation in Indian standards in course of IIT Roorkee, and also facilitate short-term course on the standardization in IIT Roorkee. If we are talking about Bureau of Indian Standard, that is your BIS. Remember, this is a statutory body established under the Bureau of Indian Standards Acts of 2016. Director General is Pramod Kumar Tiwari. It was founded in 1986 and the headquarters of which is in New Delhi. I repeat, coming back to the topic, if I ask you, IIT Roorkee has recently signed an MOU with which organization to set up a standardization chair professor, and the organization is BIS. Alright, other way the question can be asked, where is this BIS standardization chair professor will be established for the first time? In an educational institute with the help of this BIS, that is Bureau of Indian Standard. It will be set up at Indian Institute of Technology at Roorkee. Next, we'll be talking about first Gati Shakti cargo terminal. Alright, under the Prime Minister Gati Shakti initiative and the Ministry of Railways policy on Gati Shakti multi-modal cargo terminal, recently this first Gati Shakti cargo terminal was commissioned in the Asansol division of Eastern Railways. Very important information that you need to remember. Where was the first Gati Shakti cargo terminal established? It was commissioned. It was commissioned in the Asansol division of the Eastern Railway. That is important. You need to pay attention. This is the first such Gati Shakti cargo terminal commissioned by the Indian Railways since the publication of this GCT policy in December 2021. In 2019, the Maithan Power Project was established, or it was started in Jharkhand. I repeat, in 2009, the Maithan Power Project was started in Jharkhand, and the power generation was started in 2011. Till now, the requirement of coal to power project was being made through a road which is expected to convert into 120 inward coal rakes per month. The new project will increase the earnings of the Indian Railways up to 11 crore rupees per month. Alright, this will increase the earning of railway by 11 crore rupees per month. If we are talking about this project, that is Prime Minister's Gati Shakti project, see, don't get confused. I repeat, first Gati Shakti cargo terminal, where was it set up, or where was it commissioned? It was commissioned in the location of Asansol division of Eastern Railways. It was done by whom? It was done by Indian Railways. Alright, where it was? Asansol division of Eastern Railways. That is important. And commissioned private siding of the Maithan power plant at Jharkhand. We just saw that was established, or it was launched in 2019, and the power generation was started in the year 2011. If we are talking about Prime Minister's Gati Shakti, Narendra Modi, who is our Prime Minister of India, has launched the Gati Shakti initiative in the year 2021. It is 100 lakh crore national master plan for the multi-modal connectivity project. It is 100 lakh crore rupees national master plan for the multi-modal connectivity project. This Gati Shakti is a digital platform collaborating 60 central ministers and departments to implement infrastructure connectivity project. Alright, so it is basically a multi-modal connectivity project. Logistics become easy. Alright, to deliver product from one company to other, or from, you can say, factory to a storage house, or from a factory to a consumer, or a factory to a retailer, it becomes easy. Power generation becomes easy. Alright, this project was started by Prime Minister in, or this Gati Shakti initiative was launched in the year 2021. So coming back to the question, what the question will be, where is India's first Gati Shakti cargo terminal commissioned? It was commissioned in Asansol division of Eastern Railways. Alright, moving on. Next we'll be talking about ISRO. ISRO has started a program by the name UVICA. It has started by the name UVICA. What is UVICA? Yuva Vigyani Karyakram. I repeat, Yuva Vigyani Karyakram. This is UVICA. It is a special program for school students, or you can say this is also known as Young Scientists Program. Alright, UVICA, it is a young scientist program that was started by ISRO, and it is basically for school students. What is the reason of it? It will provide basic knowledge related to space technology and space science, space applications to young students, especially in the rural areas. The objective is to create awareness about the emerging trends in science and technology among the young minds. And important is too that ISRO will be selecting 150 students from this UVICA program. So 2 to 3 questions. UVICA program was started by whom? It was started, or an initiative of which organization? It is an initiative of ISRO. It is also known as Young Scientist Program. It will be aiming, or it will be targeting the school students. It will be providing basic knowledge to the students about space technology, space science, application, and various other technologies. How many students will be selected by ISRO from this UVICA program? A total of 150 students will be selected. All right. Then there was a outline, or you can say a tagline of this scheme that was started by ISRO. It is catch them young. Catch them young. That means when the students are young, they have high capacity of learning, and let's catch them young in young age only. Then we'll start providing them various technology, various information, and we'll train them accordingly. All right. This will start from 16th of May to 28th of May. The time period from which this will be operated is 16th of May to 28th of May 2022. This will be a 2-week long project. All right. It will also encourage more students to pursue science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and this combination is known as STEM. What is STEM? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Apart from this, the program will be held at 5 ISRO centers. These are the 5 ISRO centers that are important: Vikram Sarabhai, UR Rao Satellite Center, Space Application Center, National Remote Sensing Center, Northeast Space Application Center. All right, at these 5 ISRO centers, this UVICA program will be launched. Then if we are talking about ISRO, headquarter is in Bangalore, Karnataka. It was founded in 1969. Who is the chairman? S. Somnath sir is the current chairman. Next we'll be talking about world's first lab manufacturing company with BIS certification. It is your Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited. I repeat, Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited is the world's first lab manufacturing company with the BIS certification. What is BIS? We just saw Bureau of Indian Standards. All right. Remember, TPL, Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited, became the world's first linear alkyl benzene manufacturing company. All right, what is lab here? Lab stands for full form linear alkyl benzene manufacturing company that received a BIS certification from the Department of Chemicals and Petroproducts, that is under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. So the question can be asked in 2 to 3 products. That TPL, that is Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited, is manufacturing what? It is manufacturing LAB. What is LAB? Linear alkyl benzene. And which certification they got recently? It was your BIS certification that was received by Tamil Nadu Petro Products Limited. Next question that can be asked is, where was the DEF Expo 2020? DEF is your Defense Expo 2022 going to be held. That was recently postponed. So earlier the location where this was to be held was at Gandhinagar, Gujarat. This is the 12th edition of the Defense Expo. Naval Homeland Security Systems Exhibition, India's flagship defense exhibition. These all were to be proposed to be held at Gandhinagar, Gujarat. That is from 10th to 14th of March, but they have been postponed. All right, the reason why, or the main reason why this was postponed, is the logistics problem experienced by participants, and the new dates will be announced later. Due to logistics problem, this particular Defense Expo of 2020 that was going to be held at Gandhinagar, Gujarat, that is the 12th edition of it, was cancelled, and this was going to be held between 10th to 14th of March. Next, we are talking about Karnataka Bank. Karnataka Bank is recently financially helping Selco Solar Light Limited to establish or to set up the products of this company to various commercial households, or to various commercial buildings, to households. Why? Because these products will come at very cost efficient price. All right, they will help them financially. These company will be helping the various households and commercials financially by giving various offers, by giving various discounts, and to promoting such products. And this financial help is going to be provided with the help of Karnataka Bank. All right, This partnership will also promote the use of renewable energy products, which in turn will increase the usage of solar energy by reducing carbon emissions. Karnataka Bank will provide financial support through the loans with a competitive interest rate for installing Selco solar energy products for both households and commercial use. Alright, if we are talking about Karnataka Bank, it was established in 1924, headquarters is in Mangalore, Karnataka, and MD and CEO is Mahabaleshwar MS. If we are talking about Selco, remember it was established in 1995, headquarters is in Bangalore, Karnataka, and CEO is Mohan Bhaskar Hegde. Alright, next. Recently, CRISIL has retained its GDP growth forecast for India at 7.8% for the fiscal year 2022 to 2023. Alright, as we know, the war is pushing the oil and commodity prices upwards, which affects the global growth and also India's growth itself. The Brent crude has been traded as high as $139 per barrel. Before this war, the amount that is around $139 per barrel was around $75 per barrel before the war started. CRISIL also highlighted that the average consumer price index, that is your CPI based inflation, will be at 5.4%. CPI, that is your consumer price index based inflation, will be around 5.4% for the fiscal year of 23. If the price of crude oil average between around 85 to 90% or 80 to $95 per barrel, which is currently at $139 per barrel. All right, what were the effects of war on this? As we know, petrol, or you say oil, that we then if we talk about this CRISIL's, whose GDP growth forecast for the fiscal year 22 to 23 is 7.8%. When was it established? It was established in 1987. Mumbai, Maharashtra is the headquarter of CRISIL and managing director is Gurpreet Chatwal. Alright, moving on. Next we will be talking about J&K Bank has won the National Award for Self-Help Group Bank Linkage. Very important information you need to remember. Which bank has won the National Award for Self-Help Group Bank Linkage? The bank name is Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Alright. Then remember, J&K Bank with the National Award for Outstanding Performance for the fiscal year 2020 to 2021 in recognition for its best performance in Self-Help Group Bank Linkage. In the line with the bank's commitment to extend banking facilities and financial services to the underbanked areas of Jammu and Kashmir Bank has commissioned 4 business units in those particular region. These BUs, that is your business units, 4 business units will be resourced and equipped to provide the best financial services and the state-of-art banking facility to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. If we are talking about this Jammu and Kashmir Bank, J&K Bank is a scheduled commercial bank and one of the oldest private bank in India that was incorporated in the year 1938. If we are talking about MD and CEO, Baldev Prakash is the MD and CEO of J&K Bank. Where is the headquarter? It is in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Alright, let's revise once. Here we are talking about Giriraj Singh, who is the Union Minister of Rural Development, honored the Jammu and Kashmir Bank with the National Award for Outstanding Performance for the fiscal year 2021 in recognition of its best performance in the Self-Help Group Bank Linkage. Alright, very important. Moving on. Next, we'll be talking about former Revenue Secretary Ajay Bhushan Pandey has been appointed as the chairperson of NFRA. What is NFRA? You should know this. First of all, we'll discuss about NFRA only. NFRA is an independent regulatory body that was set up by the Government of India. Who set up it? It was set up by the Government of India as an envisaged under the provisions of Section 132 Companies Act of 2030 to oversee the quality of accounting and auditing standards in India. I repeat, in order to see the quality of accounting and auditing standards in India, this NFRA, that is National Financial Reporting Authority, was set up by the Government of India under the Companies Act of 2013. Alright, and when was this established? It was established on 1st of October 2018. Now coming back, who has been appointed as the chairperson of NFRA? He is Ajay Bhushan Pandey. He was the former Finance and Revenue Secretary of India, Ministry of Finance, as the new chairperson of the NFRA. If we discuss about some details about Ajay Bhushan Pandey, Ajay Bhushan Pandey. He was the Finance Secretary of Government of India from March 2020 to Feb 2021. Before this, he was the Revenue Secretary from November 2018 till February 2021. Before this, prior to becoming the Finance and Revenue Secretary of India, he was acting as the Chief Executive Officer of UIDAI, that is Unique Identification Authority of India, that is from September 2015 to October 2019. This is everything you need to know about Ajay Bhushan Pandey. Now if I ask you or tell me recently who appointed or who gave the approval for the appointment of this of Ajay Bhushan Pandey, it was your ACC, that is your appointment committee of the cabinet has approved this appointment. And what is the time period for which this appointment has been approved? It is 3 years. Alright, remember this also. Ajay Bhushan Pandey has been appointed for 3 years as the chairman of NFRA, and this appointment was approved by ACC, that is Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. Apart from this, ACC has also appointed 2 full-time members for NFRA. These 2 full-time members are Praveen Kumar Tiwari and Smita Jhinjigran. Alright, Smita Jhinjigran and Praveen Kumar Tiwari. Alright, so this is everything you need to know about this particular information. Former Revenue Secretary Ajay Bhushan Pandey appointed as the chairperson of NFRA, and the full form of NFRA is National Financial Reporting Authority. Next we'll be talking about ISSF. What is this? The International Shooting Sports Federation World Cup 2022 was recently held at Cairo, Egypt. That was held from 26th of Feb to 8th of March 2022. Here it is said that India has landed with a total of 7 medals. These 7 medals include 4 gold, 2 silver and 1 bronze. With these 7 medals in this International Shooting Sport Federation, remember, India has secured the first position in the medal tally. I repeat, India has secured the first position in this International Shooting Sport Federation World Cup 2022 that was held in Egypt. Alright, and India secured first position with 7 medals. Second was your Norway with 6 medals, and third position was of France with 3 medals. From Indian side, a total of 66 participants have represented India in the individual team and mixed team events. Here, the ISSF is also the governing body of Olympic shooting events in rifle, pistol and shotgun disciplines. If we are talking about 7 medals, out of which 4 were gold. So remember, Indian team of Rahi Sarnbath, Isha Singh, Ridham Sangwan has won the gold medal in women's 25-meter pistol against Singapore, and Saurabh Chaudhary has won in the 10-meter air pistol against Germany. So these are the 4 gold medal winners that you need to remember. Apart from this, moving on, if we are discussing about the Justice Vipin Sanghi, he has been named as the acting Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. I repeat, the President of India has appointed Justice Vipin Sanghi as the senior most judge of the Delhi High Court as the acting Chief Justice according to the Article 233 of the Constitution of India. Highly important. Which Constitution of India is related to the acting Chief Justice? The article is 223. Alright, and who has been appointed as the acting Chief Justice of Delhi High Court? He is Justice Vipin Sanghi. Alright, so friends, these were some important current affairs. Now let's shift to the important MCQs that will help you in your preparation, and these are very important. They will benefit you a lot. So let's start with the first question. As per the Scotch governance report for the year 2021, Dash retained its top position for the second consecutive year under the state category. So tell me, which state has topped in the Scotch governance report? Take your time, but do answer. For Scotch governance, I told you it is a Delhi based think tank that released the Scotch governance report. Alright, and which state has topped for the second consecutive term? Take your time, but do answer. It is your very good. Andhra Pradesh has topped for the second consecutive time in the Scotch governance report card that is released by Scotch Group, that is a Delhi based think tank. Next question. Which country recently signed an MOU with India and Nepal to implement BBIN motor vehicle agreement, that is your MVA, to boost regional trade and people connectivity? What did we discuss? BBIN. Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal. But we remember Bhutan was having the observer status. So the correct option here becomes dash. Tell me, which is the correct option here? Along with India and Nepal, which country implemented the BBIN motor vehicle agreement? It is your very good Bangladesh. Next question. Which institute recently signed an MOU with BIS to establish first BIS Chair Professor? Which was the IIT? It was your IIT Roorkee. Very good. Next question. Which organization recently selected 150 school students for the Yuva Vigyani Karyakram, that is UVICA? It was started by ISRO. Very good. How many students? 150 school students will be selected under this UVICA program, and this UVICA program is basically targeting the school students. Next, which bank recently signed an MOU with Selco Solar Light Private Limited to provide energy access? What was the name of the bank that will be providing the financial support to the Selco Solar Light Private Limited, that will be providing energy or solar energy to the underdeveloped areas of India? It is your Karnataka Bank. Very good. Next question. Name the bank that recently honored with the National Award for Outstanding Performance for the fiscal year 2021 for its best performance in self-help group bank linkage. Tell me. Take your time. Tell me. Which bank was recently honored with the National Award for Outstanding Performance for the fiscal year 2021 for its best performance in self-help group bank linkage? It is your Jammu and Kashmir Bank. And where is the headquarter of J&K Bank? It is in Srinagar. Alright, next question. Who recently got appointed as the chairperson of the National Financial Reporting Authority, that is your NFRA, for a period of 3 years? Who did this appointment? It was done by ACC. And who is he? He is Ajay Bhushan Pandey. Next question. In March, Dash became one of the stakeholders of India Debt Resolution Company Limited by acquiring how much percent stake? Remember, UCO Bank became one of the stakeholders of India's Debt Resolution Company Limited by acquiring 3% of the stake. So the correct option is option 1. Next question. Who recently got appointed as the Acting Chief Justice of Delhi High Court? Acting Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. And he was appointed by the President of India. He is the senior most judge of Delhi High Court. Who is he? And he was appointed as the Acting Chief Justice according to the article of 223. Who is he? He is, very good, Vipin Shanghi. So friends, this was our session. I hope you liked the video. If you want us to continue with such sessions, and if you want us to bring more informative video, more revision videos for you, all you have to do is comment below, because the value of your comment is very high. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862, and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.